Okay, well, hello, Nikita.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. All right. Well, thank you for being here for this preparation call. I enjoyed our last conversation so much, and thank you also for filling out the intake form with all of your information so that we could properly get this whole session started. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
Yes, and
It's been fun.
yeah, I just want to start by sort of acknowledging how important and significant this work is, and that you are entering into this container with with an open heart and with intentions for all of the things that you want in your life, and this is important work that you're doing, and I want to honor that.
Thank you. I'm glad to be doing it.
Yeah, wonderful. And I appreciate that you're doing it with me. So that means a lot to me. Um, I also want to just remind you that we'll be the container, as I call it, is that we're meeting like this every week, but that you have the online course as a support. So, all of the materials, all of the things I'm going to be talking about today, the journaling, the integration, the somatic practices, everything I'm referencing today is all going to be online for you. So, we're going to be talking about a lot of things today, and I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by it or like it's going to be a lot of information, but it's all online, and it's going to be um, coming to you every week so that you're going to be fully supported. And of course, I'm always here and just a signal chat away.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Yes, very good. So, before we launch into intention setting and the rest of the agenda for this call, would you mind if we just took a moment to sort of drop in and co regulate and kind of center ourselves with a little grounding exercise? Is that okay?
Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be great.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. Yes. All right, so if you are comfortable, why don't you just close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to settle in and just come into center. And with each inhale, feel yourself expanding. And then with each exhale, feel yourself settling a little bit deeper into yourself, into your sense of self. And just connect deeper with each breath into what brings you to this work and brings you to this call today. That something is calling you to a higher purpose, to a deeper meaning, and just connect with that in this moment as we begin our work together for the next 7 weeks. That we are on this journey together, that we are building trust and relationship with each other, that I am here for you, that you know that you feel safe, that you feel fully supported in this container. And just keep breathing deeply and fully and completely, and just as you exhale, let go of any tension you might be holding. Let your shoulders drop. And just come into this moment fully and completely. And now take another deep breath in And then on the exhale, just arrive here together and open your eyes and be present. And welcome back. Okay. So before we get started, we're going to be talking about this is our preparation session. So we'll be talking about your intentions, which we started on the assessment call last time we spoke. And you mentioned too in your intake form. So we'll be talking some about that, and we'll be talking about the protocol and integration and some of those things. But before we launch into that, is there anything that you had on your mind? Any questions or anything that really needs to be addressed now before we go into the agenda?
So yeah, I have been doing the program. It's been wonderful. I've been enjoying it. It's been helping with my anxieties. It's really been helping. I've been noticing. Um one thing that I don't know if it's we can tweak or anything like that. Don't know if it's possible, but I notice like I've been just eating more. Um, I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. Um, so I've just been like, I don't know, I've been taking in more food. So I don't know if that has anything to do with microdosing or anything. But it's been on my mind. So I just want to like relay that. Um, but I mean, other than that, like it's been really helpful. I've been really enjoying this program a lot. So just want to I just want to like let you know.
Okay. Okay. So because you haven't started the actual protocol yet, so when you mean the program, you mean like reading the materials
Yeah,
and all of the getting into the practices and things like that,
sure.
preparation practices.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's good. So you're already noticing, even before you started taking any dosage, you're noticing some shifts and things happening.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's great.
it's been really interesting that I'm like regulating myself, like already like seeing within myself the changes. So it's been very different.
Mhm.
Um yeah, I'm very surprised. But like I said, I'm loving it. I'm loving everything. So yeah, I'm very surprised. I'm enjoying it. This is not a criticism.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
enjoying it.
No,
I love it.
that's great, and that's so common that people often experience a shift, a benefit, something happens around medicine even
Yeah.
before a dose is ever even taken.
Right.
It's like the medicine is working on us, our consciousness, our beingness, before we even consume it.
Right.
So, that's exactly what you're identifying.
Yeah, I think I love that it's it's helpful. Like the protocols and everything are it's already helpful
Mhm.
before getting into the all the finer details and everything else. So um I'm looking forward to all the other steps in the journey.
Okay, great.
Um yeah.
Good. Then are you ready to jump in then?
Yeah, I'm ready to
Okay,
jump in.
good, good. Perfect. Thank you for sharing that. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very good. Um, okay, so if you would then, again, I know we talked already about your intentions around anxiety, reducing anxiety, and being more present and being more engaged in your environment and with other people. But I mean, you've had a little bit of time now between when we last met and then doing your intake form and now looking at the program as it's been laid out and
Mhm.
playing with some of the practices and everything. Let's just revisit some of those intentions and see where you are now with them. Just what are you, where are you thinking about your, what's bringing you to microdosing at this point?
Yeah, I'm still like still looking for help with my um still looking for help with my anxieties, though I will say it has helped a lot with my anxieties. The meditations have helped, the journaling has helped. Everything that the protocols have been put in front of me have helped a lot. So the intentions with this is to help kind of make me healthier in my day-to-day lives. Um, and just overall be a more productive person
Mhm.
in my life. And so those are my like truer intentions with this, is just to be an overall healthy, more productive, more functioning person. Because in my past it's been, difficult, and I think that this is way more helpful than a more regimented, medicated pills here, there, everywhere, doctor's appointments everywhere, um, all kinds of therapy sessions everywhere. So I think this is just where I need to be. And my intentions are to have a healthier alternative.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that with me.
mhm,
Um, I did want to also mention that on this and all of our calls, that a reminder that, like I said in the assessment call, that safety is always our number one priority. So
mhm,
that your safety is always my number one, and that everything that is said in the context of our dynamic is said in confidentiality, but that the exceptions would be if I felt that it was imminent, there was imminent danger to you or someone else, that I would need to break that confidentiality for your safety. Um,
yeah.
but otherwise, this is a confidential and safe space. Any you can say anything in here, and this is a safe space. It's also a collaborative space and
Mhm.
a consent-based space. So you can ask any question. You can bring up any subject. If there's things that are that I may bring up that you don't want to talk about or that don't
Mhm.
seem like it's on your agenda, this is your program. Uh, this is your journey, and I'm just here to help, guide the process, but it's yours. So you are
Thank you.
driving this train. So please, I want you to really relax into that this is yours. And obviously, this is, and said this in the intake form, but I want to reiterate that this is an educational guidance. This is not therapy, and this is not medical advice or legal advice or any other kind of advice. Or this is just educational guidance, and so just keep those parameters in mind. Any
Thank you. Yeah.
questions about those things?
No, no, I think I'm good with that. Thank you.
Okay.
It's very clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Good. Okay. So then what I'd like to do then, if it's okay with you,
Mhm.
is move into the protocol portion of of this discussion. I
Hmm.
know you have looked at the material online, and you've
Hmm.
seen that what we recommend that our clients start with is the Fadiman protocol. It's the one of the most widely recognized microdosing protocols out there, if not the most widely respected protocols, and it's a good one to start with. It may not be the one that you end up with, but it's a really good starting point for people, especially if you've never had any experience with sacred medicine. So the protocol is pretty simple. You are going to, following this protocol, you will start what we call low and slow. So you start with a very, very low dose, which microdosing is anyway, but you start even kind of on the low, low end of low dose because you can
Right.
always go up, and you probably will. You don't have to, but you might decide to go up. But if you start high and it's too
Hmm.
much, then you've already kind of set yourself up in a negative way. So we want to start low and then
Hmm.
give your body a chance to calibrate and regulate and then decide where to go from there. With each session, we'll be talking about how it's going, but starting low, and you'll do your dose day, and then the protocol is you dose on day one, then you have a transition day, so a day off where you don't dose, and then a rest day, and then you dose again on day four. So it's day one, and then day two and three, no dose, and day four, you dose. So again, this is all written out in your program online, but just so you can kind of hear it and visualize it in your head. So it goes, dose, no dose, no dose, dose, no dose, no dose, dose, like that. And that's the sequence
Right.
for a while. Um,
Mhm.
and the low part of the low and slow is I'm going to recommend that you start with zero point 0.1 gram, because it's so low that we'll just, starting there um, gives you a nice gentle introduction, and you may feel some subtle or minimal effects the first week, and then we can kind of increase from there. And you already have your psilocybin, and you have your scale, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you are ready to go with that. And I also recommend that you take your dose in the morning. Um, you may or may not want to have food with it, a light food. There's different schools
Okay.
of thought around this. Do you normally eat breakfast?
I actually don't.
Okay.
Actually don't. So what would you recommend for somebody that doesn't typically eat in the morning? What would be good for me?
Yes, good question. Um, I know for me, I don't eat breakfast either, and I always take my microdose on an empty stomach, and it's fine.
Okay.
If you tend to be sensitive to it, uh, you might want to, if you notice after you take a dose you feel a little upset stomach, you might want to take it with a little bit of fruit or something just very, very light, piece of toast or
Okay.
crackers or something. I
Okay.
never have any issue with it. Some people find ginger to be helpful for settling the stomach, but again,
Okay.
it may or may not bother you at all. And there's some recommendation for taking it on an empty stomach because that gives your body a better chance of um, assimilating all of the good properties there. Whereas if you have food in
Okay.
your stomach, then it gets mixed in with that, and your body's not absorbing and metabolizing the substance as cleanly as it would without. So I think if you're
Okay.
already not used to having breakfast, try that on the first day, and as long as your body handles it, then I would just keep doing that.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
try that.
Okay. I would definitely avoid evening doses because it can, um, interact with sleep in a way. So try to keep it in the
Okay.
morning. And
Okay.
for the first dose, even though it's such a small dose, still
Hmm.
I wouldn't plan to go anywhere or do anything that day.
Okay.
Start your first dose day on a day that a Saturday or a Sunday when you don't have anything planned, so that just in case if your body has a negative reaction or if you end up being having a stronger response than you're expecting, at least you're not finding yourself in a situation where you have to drive or you have to interact with people you weren't expecting. So just plan it ahead of
Right.
time, and that way you're not in an uncomfortable situation.
Smart. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
No.
Yeah. And then just setting the expectations for the effects that you might have. Microdosing in general, and again, this very, very low dose should be lightly perceptual. So you want to feel a little something, and at
Hmm.
point one you might not, but not intoxicating. So
Okay.
you don't want to be in a situation where you can't function very well, or you're not able to do what you normally do in a day.
Right.
Noticing it is fine. It's good actually,
Hmm.
noticing like, oh, I'm noticing something here. But if it's like I'm noticing something and I can't concentrate, I can't do my work, I can't move about my life, that's too
Sure.
much. Yeah.
Okay.
And common experiences might be, you might notice a subtle mood lift, um,
Hmm.
slight body or cognitive awareness. So you might notice, oh, I'm feeling my breathing, I'm feeling my heartbeat, I'm noticing my thoughts a little more clearly. I feel a little more creative. So some of these things might start to emerge in your consciousness. Those are
Okay.
common things that they may or may not happen for you. They're not a given, and everybody's different, and your journey
Right.
is going to be yours. So, um, but if feeling high or significantly
Hmm.
altered is happening for you, then yeah, it's definitely too much, and we're going to want to take that down. But
Okay.
again, and feeling nothing the first week is also normal. You might
Okay.
start and feel absolutely nothing, and that's okay too. Do
Okay.
you have a sense of when you would like to get started? Do you have a date planned when you think you have the time and space to start?
Um, I would say like sooner better than rather than later. So like next weekend, well, next weekend, following weekend, sooner than later.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You feel prepared for that?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be really good for me.
Okay. Okay. And remember, in your packet online, you have your tracker, your
Mhm.
microdose tracking sheet, so you can keep track. That way, sometimes it gets a little, it can be overwhelming to try to remember when did I take it, when didn't I. So if you just note it on your tracking form or on a calendar, whatever works for you, that way you're not trying to remember when you did and when you didn't. You just put it there, um, and that way it's to 2 days later you're dosing again, 2 days later dosing again. um,
Right.
yeah. And then probably the most important part of all of this is what you've already started with, which is incredible, which is the integration. You've already started integration even before the applying the protocol, which is really wonderful, because what that means is you're already opening up to the possibilities of what the sacred medicine is going to allow for you to like fully step into, and
Yeah.
how that's how you may find that happening is in ways like journaling
Hmm.
and somatic practices and all of the things that are in your online portal, the journaling you've already started with. And
Hmm.
so you already know how beneficial that is, but how important that is to track patterns and insights and process. It provides material for our weekly coaching sessions because I will, ask you about how things are going, and if you've been journaling, it helps for you to be able to recall what's been going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's going to be super helpful.
yeah, very much so. Yeah, so if you can, the frequency that I recommend that's
Hmm.
in the program is if you could do at least 2 times a week,
2 times.
especially ideally on dose days. That would be helpful. Of course, obviously, as much as you want, as much as you feel called to, if you feel inspired to write in your journal anytime you want to. But if
Hmm.
you could, if you could just at least twice a week, that's a good thing to commit to. And there's no right way to journal. Stream of consciousness is fine. There's no structure you need to follow, no particular length or format, just whatever feels right to you. And you have journaling prompts for every week that we're going through this program together. So you
Okay.
should have, and you can follow those prompts, or you can do your own journaling prompts, whatever. The prompts are just there to help give you guidance in case you're not sure what you should be writing about.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's see. We are coming toward the end of our time here. So
Okay.
I did want to give you the chance. I've been doing a lot of talking. All the rest of our sessions from this point on is going to be mostly you talking. This is a heavy me talking session because I'm giving you a lot of information, and but
Sure.
from this point on, it's going to be mostly you. So, but did
Sure.
you have questions or comments? Anything that you wanted to say before we close out our session?
I think I'm good. I'm just looking forward to moving forward, and it's been great so far. So, um, yeah, I look forward to the rest of our time talking more together and doing the program together, and it's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to what the rest of this journey has for me and for us, and um, seeing what else. Hopefully, more relaxation and more more health.
Mhm.
Looking
Okay.
forward to it.
Okay, great. All right. Well, thank you. And I
Yeah.
will see you next week on this call. I will be on Signal. So
Okay.
if you have any questions, just pop any questions in our chat on Signal. Uh,
Will
I
do.
answer, I always answer within 24 hours and usually much sooner than that. So yeah, feel free to
Wonderful.
reach
I
out with
appreciate it.
anything. Yeah, and if let me know your dose day, your first dose day, because I'll be make sure I am right there for that for sure.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay,
I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
All right, we'll see you next week.
All right. See you next week. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, bye.
Bye bye.